Hello, beautiful people. So 3 ways that we're gonna stop bad luck. We're gonna remove those negative energies and also bring in those positive vibes, right guys? Because that's what we want. If you want to bring in your manifestations, we all know that you have to be in a higher vibrational frequency to attract that. So we want those positive vibes. Because see, the common problem is a lot of us out there, even including myself, if I don't follow these steps, I struggle when it comes to manifestations, but I know these now and I implement them regularly. And these are 3 simple ways, guys, that you can do it too. Because honestly, once you get this down, things just start flowing into your world so nice and easy. You don't have to worry about things stopping you, resistance, or anything like that. And what's really important is that these all 3 depend on one another. And it only worked for me when I was practicing all 3. Because as we know, guys, what you attract is because of who you are. We manifest what we are. So these areas don't just talk about what's happening around you and how to cleanse that toxic energy around you, but also how to cleanse that inside of you. It's key and important. So let's get started. Welcome any of the newbies, and also welcome back to any of my subscribers. My name is Sarah Alotevi. I am a law of attraction coach, a life coach, and a fellow yogini. So yes, let's get right into it with the flame technique. So the flame technique, a lot of you guys might already know, but if you don't, fire is so important as one of the critical elements when it comes to energy and what we do with it. I know you all have heard of those fire ceremonies and that, but the common problem I see is that people don't know how to use this correctly. And when it comes to the flame technique, it's also what you burn that matters, right? You know, I'm thinking about all the ideas that are coming into your head right now. No. Very simple, easy steps. And the key that we always use in the spiritual community, sage, when it comes to negative energies. Get yourself some white sage from any of your spiritual stores. I know at a lot of crystal stores, they have them too. Get yourself some sage. It is the easiest and quickest way that you can remove negative energies from around you guys and also inside you. And people that don't do this, it's so important because you don't actually realize. You don't realize until you cleanse your space with sage how much of a difference it makes. I know it seems simple, believe me, when I used to not do this and it seemed too simple to me, after I tried it, it made a world of difference. And you need to regularly do this because energies can change and shift. As we know, energies transform and they move. So energies can come into your space even after you've saged. So usually you can sense this, right? We can sense energy. We know when things are a bit off. If you notice in yourself that you're not feeling so great or you keep attracting things like bad luck seems to keep coming your way, do this method and you'll notice instantly. You'll be able to trigger and understand if it's from outside of you or inside of you. And also how you do this matters. And I'm going to tell you how to do this right now because some people burn sage and they don't do it necessarily the accurate way to be able to cleanse those energies and get rid of them. So what you want to do is you take the sage, you make sure you close off all the windows and doors of the space, either the room or the house, that you actually want to cleanse. Then what you do is you burn the sage, and what you want to make sure is that you go into all corners. Make sure you go into all corners of the space and even in the center to be able to get stuck energy that lingers on the exterior out. So you do this, you bring it around to all spaces. Some people chant, some people say mantras, some people say prayers. When you do this too, as you walk around the space, I mostly just call in the positive energy to stay, and I call for all the negative energies to be released. That's what I do. It's very simple, very straightforward. You do this, you walk around the space, enjoy it, the smell. I also put it around myself to cleanse myself of any negative energies in me. And I also cleanse pets too. Bianca gets a nice cleansing of the sage as well. So I do that. And then after that's done, after you've finished with a piece of sage, and you don't have to burn the whole thing, you can take pieces off to be able to do that in the space so you can have more turnover, right? But yes, after that's done, then all you got to do is open up the windows and open up the doors. And that's what people forget. When you do the sage, the energies are still there. You've kind of shaken them up, you've loosened it up, you've activated the space to get them to clear, but then you have to open up the doors and open up the windows to let them go out. So if you forget that last step, it's super critical. Please don't forget that last step. Just do it for me. Do it for me, guys, so that you can have a really nice energized space, because after you do this, you'll notice the next few days, you'll be like, oh wow, things will start to shift a little bit, and you'll be like, this feels good, this feels better. So yes, enjoy that. That one's great as well. The next one is that even if you do this, we have certain levels of powerful energies, right? Because everything is in balance in the universe. The common problem that we see a lot is that people think that just by doing something simply, nothing's gonna happen. But as we know, everything in life happens in balance. So if you are what you attract, correct? If you feel fear, if you feel negativity, you will attract and manifest that. So this energy shield is super important when it comes to protecting yourself at all times in all spaces. So this protects your sanctuary. Now this one will protect you in other areas, in other spaces, right? Because you don't want to just be confined to your home just to feel safe or stay away from negative energy. We can't live like that, right? We have to go out, we have to be in action with the rest of the universe, right? To be able to manifest and bring in what we dream of and what we desire. So you need to have this energy shield. And what this is, you know how we talk about aura? You can build up that energy frequency, and we can actually test people now, which is super cool, especially hypnotherapists know about this. We can actually test people to see if you have your positive or negative vibration. We can test the energy field around you. But what you want to do is, if you're ever feeling fear in a situation, if you're ever in a situation where you feel that negativity, something bad is happening, what you want to do is make yourself bigger than it. Now, what I mean by bigger is that you want to expand your energy. You want to expand your energy field. See, a lot of times, my master tells me as well, like in movies, what we see, it's actually a representation of what we can do in reality. And I know in a lot of sci-fi films or things like that, you've seen when people can expand their energy fields. We can actually do that too, through breath work and visualization. So do this with me. Breathe in, breathe deep in, and breathe out. And you can do this anytime, guys. It's really, really cool, and it's helped me a lot. You breathe in and you breathe out. You ground yourself. Make sure you're sitting or standing firmly in the ground. And what you want to do is imagine your energy field. Get in touch with your body. Keep breathing deep into the stomach. Imagine it as a light around you. You can imagine any color. Typically it's a golden white light. And then you want to breathe in, deep into your belly, and breathe out. When you breathe out, feel that heat. That heat is energy. As we know, when energy moves, it can release heat. So feel that with the Ujjayi breathing, the ocean breath. When you do this, you imagine it expanding. So you close your eyes and you imagine your field expanding around you. Now this will take practice, but honestly, when you get this, guys, you are smooth sailing, and it can change in any situation for you and protect you from having bad luck come to you and getting rid of negative energies around you. You can also do this when you're talking to people. It's super important as well, because if you're talking to somebody and you can feel their negative energy coming at you, I know you can't close your eyes, but what you can do is shift your eyes just to the side. Don't look at them directly in the eye. Can you tell? I'm looking at you directly in the eye right now with the camera. And then I'll just look here, just to the side, right? It still looks like I'm looking in the camera, but I'm actually looking just a little bit to the side, because that energy transfer from the eye is one of the most powerful energy transfers. Just like the difference between hearing about somebody passing and actually seeing somebody die in front of you, two hugely different energy exchanges. So what you want to do is, with this energy shield, you shield your eyes, which means you can either close them or look to the side. Just look off of where that energy transfer is. And then with breath, Ujjayi breath, you push that out and it will help. It's helped me in so many situations, whether they're woo-woo situations or whether they're normal people situations where you're just sitting with somebody and you could tell that negativity is really, really strong. But yes, so moving on to the third one, it's going to be your MK method. So the MK method is what I call the Marie Kondo method, right? So this is your sanctuary when you're out and about being your transient self. and then back to your sanctuary again. The MK method is super important because Marie Kondo, as you know, organizational, she goes through people's homes and you can transform the energy. See, a lot of problems that I see is that people will do the sage, but the energy is actually stuck in physical objects that are hoarded. So it's really important for the Marie Kondo method to make sure you're going through and regularly clearing out your space. And not only that, you also have to apply tools from Feng Shui. So I could do a whole video on Feng Shui. I absolutely love Feng Shui. My background is in interiors, but Feng Shui really helps people to bring in and manifest those energies, because you also can place things and put things in your home that can actually bring in more negative energy to you, which is what we don't want. So it's very important to make sure you are regularly clearing things out in your home. And if you've done this method with the flame technique, if you've done the energy shield and you're still sensing negative energies in your home, you need to change things up. Okay, so we need to do this, Marie Kondo. You need to get rid of some things, some stagnant things, things that you don't need. Things, if you look at things that you haven't used in 2-3 years and they don't hold any sentimental value and they're just there, just get rid of them. Also, move things around. Don't be afraid to move things in your home, switch things up, because you will see and feel different energies come in. So never be afraid of change when it comes to your home. You should regularly be trying to move things around to explore different energies and to let there be movement in your space. Because remember, right, stuck energy, stagnant places, they don't attract good energy. Even in our water, you know, if our water stays stagnant, it's not good. It wants to be flowing. Energy wants to be moving. So that's the final method, guys. And I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to comment below. Let me know when you try these techniques, how they work for you, and also hit that like button, share with any of your friends you think it can help. And don't forget to subscribe, because I have many videos coming to you all about manifestation, yoga, and meditation that will blow your mind. Sending my love to you guys. Bye for now.